Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Rabbit Motorworks. Today we're back working on the bug, and we're gonna do some work on trying to finish the installation of our windows. So stay tuned, should be a good episode. Okay guys, so as we left off last time, we completely stripped down the door, taken all the components out of it, and I started to basically walk through some of the material that we have in order to install the windows. So we're going to start assembling each one of those and putting those in. Additionally, I took a lot of there was some tub and tile caulk in here, and so I actually did go and buy some 3M specialty adhesive remover, which is supposed to take off caulk and related, so hopefully this works as well. It wasn't cheap, it was about 25 bucks a can, so we'll try that and make sure that that can take down the outer door seal edge as well too. So yeah, other than that, let's get into it and start assembling some of the first pieces. I think I'm going to start with the chrome channel and getting the a couple of the components in that, and then from there we'll start working with the vent window seal. So this is the old one that I saved, and we'll start working with the newer one, as I think I'm going to have to make a couple of cuts in it to accommodate some of the bottom parts of it. And if you look at the design of it compared to the other one, you can see some differences here as I was looking at some of the design. That's cut away okay, but let's see how it goes. But I also brought some silicone spray, as that might help with some of the installation as well too. I also think I heard these channels, once you put the windows in, can be kind of tough for a while until the windows start to break in. So, but yeah, let's get at it. Okay guys, just to give you some detail on the cuts that I had to make. So if you look at the back side of the original, this whole section here was completed across. And this has like a cut and a little bit of an indentation actually from where the vent window hinges onto. So I cut these two pieces away, the rubber to match that, and then I basically put a slit through this, as you can see, and that goes basically inside of this piece. So what you're trying to do here is, you got the height of these screws and everything else that would be in the way, and this would cause this thing to rise up, which isn't good. So you're literally then trying to get that work going on there. So that's good, and that will definitely sit down okay, I think, once I get it in the channel, as you can see. So and that'll probably be where I'll use some silicone and everything else. So let's get that part assembled next. Okay, so I've got the vent window now put together within the rubber, and so that's starting to look like where it's going to need to be. The next thing is going to be trying to get the window in, the glass back in, and actually screw these together. So Okay, so I've got this piece on. I just kind of test fitted it to make sure that it was lining up okay. It looks like it's fine. This part is going to be one of the channels that goes down as well too for the window. It looks a bit long. I don't know why. But it's probably to hold the window all the way down to the edge. So, and then the upper channel and track goes in the chrome. So I'm going to cut this and put it on too. So. Okay guys, I did some trimming of this piece as I took the door panel off the other one just to make sure, and it's got the same length cut off about there. So with that in there, that'll give much more cadence to the window to be able to slide up and down. So now we can put this thing back in. So let's do that. And bring it home. I'm kind of on the fence of like, do I put this piece in? Do I put the chrome piece in? So I'm gonna kind of do a little analysis here. These I've heard you gotta be really careful with because you can easily bend these. And the other thing to note, there's the sweep on it. So positioned as such in the door, and then there's going to be some overlap here with the trim here and the trim above. Plus, I'm going to need to find the screw holes and mark and then put holes in these for this thing to mount in fully too. So this should be exciting as well. But yeah, let's take this out and get a look at it. It's in Brazil. It looks like they've got, what, Brazilian bulldogs? Okay, so this is definitely a delicate part. And like I said, this piece going up in is going to need to have holes where this was mounted previously. So I just want to kind of get a gauge on this to size it. I think I'm okay. I'm going to be able to get this in. Okay guys, that chrome piece is on, and it's got a little bit of work to do to get there, but I think with the channel being in there, we'll hold it in place. But the key thing, as you can see, is getting these screws in place, and that's lots of finagling, but it's there. And yeah, once the rest of that channel goes in place for the window, that'll hold the rest of it in place. So now I think we can put our chrome piece in here and run that in place. And the reason why
As you can see, they left a pocket here for it to go in there after the fact. So it's all about order of putting things back together. But yeah, I mean, this is a lot of intensive work just getting to this point, and this will get ready to button up as well too. But you can see this will sit down nice once that's in place. So that looks cool. All right, let's do some more with getting that chrome channel in here next. Okay, that is in, and man, is that a lot of work. In fact, I don't want to open it, at least until it's got a chance to kind of settle in, and but it's in, and so that's a lot of work, believe it or not. So I didn't put a lot of that on camera just because I think it's I don't know how exciting that footage would be. But so we got our window in, we got our chrome thing, we got the track, we got the sweep in. Now the last thing is going to be to put this track in, and then the inner sweep as well too. So let's do that next. I think I hit a snag, and I believe one of you guys had mentioned saving the wire from the old one in the inner sweep, and I can see why. I don't know if you can see that, but the size of the inner piece here, if you go try to match this up and actually try to put these in here, they just do not even look like they're close to fitting and going in. In fact, I don't see how that could even make it into that piece. So I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but there's the piece right there, and it's got like, see if I can switch the camera. So if you can see that inner part right there, it's like right there. That diameter is way, this is way larger than, so this is way larger than what that inner piece is. So I don't think that's going to go. So that's kind of a blocker, which is a shame because I'd gotten everything else put in place up here. I got this piece in, it's going to need a little bit of, I think, 3M super weathership adhesive, which I read. So I'm literally that close to sliding the window in if it wasn't for that inner sweep. So that's just not going to go. So I'm going to have to get a that's such a bummer. I'm going to have to get a definite different part for that, because I just can't see how that's going to fit. You guys get my drift. So, and I did save, at least on this side, I saved this piece here. So I think the suggestion is to save the metal and then re-thread it in the rubber, which is definitely what I'll plan to do. So that's kind of a blocker, so that's a bummer. So there's probably going to be a part 3 to this video of getting that inner door sweep or window sweep in. Then I can put the glass back in and the regulator, which I want to grease up and do right. But I've gotten this far, which is cool. So, and then I definitely wanted to spend some time on trying out this adhesive, but I haven't, or this adhesive remover too, and I haven't had time to be able to work on that either, because this is definitely consuming. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the content. This is just a lot of new stuff for me, putting in and rebuilding these doors, and so I appreciate any comments, feedback. Let me know if I'm doing it right or not doing it right, but I think it's coming along. And if you haven't subscribed already to the channel, consider subscribing.
we're gonna keep doing a lot of work on the bug as well too, and I actually drove its friend next day or today here as well too, and gonna do some other cleanup with the garage here as well too. So, but thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.